Thank you for that introduction, Kirk. That was nice. I smell pretty. All right, so if the mic blanks out, that's where the funny part was, okay? She laughed when it blanks out. I was in a bar the other night. It was for a good reason. I'm an alcoholic. Daddy needs his sauce. And I was in this bar and I got in an argument with a 240-pound lesbian, you know, and she was mouthing off to me, and finally I was like, hey, shut your pie hole. And she said, which one? You know, it really got me thinking, you know. I was thinking, someday I'm going to marry me that gal. With my wife's permission. I don't know. But I've got a very large, very old family, so I go to a lot of funerals, which is kind of depressing, so I've kind of had to find ways to kind of turn it into a positive experience, you know? Like, you can make a few extra bucks if you put a tip jar on the coffin, you know? Did you enjoy the service, Aunt Martha? You did? Well... And, you know, if it's a closed coffin, you can imagine anyone you want in there. Which is kind of cool, because, you know, I've never been to a president's funeral. Ooh. Scratch that one. But, but the best thing is, 3 more punches on my funeral card, I get a free hoagie. Great. I'm really looking forward to that. Go, Uncle Jimmy. Go. So I was watching cable the other day and I saw this documentary on elephant poaching. And it turns out when you poach an elephant, you need to bring the water just to a simmer. You know, and you can't just use a little pot. You have to use a whole lot of pot. Otherwise, there's no way you're going to work up an appetite for the whole elephant. Really. And you have to eat the whole elephant. You do. Because if you don't, what are you going to do with the leftovers, you know? You can't just stick them in the fridge, because if you're like me, you've already got 3 bald eagles and a manatee in there. You can't just bury them in the backyard or anything. You know, the nearest elephant graveyard is like 6,000 miles away. You don't want to get in trouble. Yeah. Oh, jeez. But I was in a bookstore the other day, and I picked up one of those coffee table books on tape. It was the Metropolitan Museum of Art collection as described by Pee Wee Herman, because I love a bargain. I do. Well, I was in there, I saw they had this whole shelf of books for dummies. You guys have seen these things? It's like a whole wall of books for dummies, and I thought, books aren't for dummies. Flashcards are for dummies. And, you know, it's, you know, if you're going to write books for dummies, it should be something that dummies should be concerned about, you know? It should be like turn signaling for dummies, you know, or ventriloquism for dummies, crash testing for dummies, comedy for dummies. I don't know, but it's never anything you would want a dummy to actually be doing, you know? It's like brake repair for dummies. Yeah, that's a good idea. Skeet shooting for dummies. Great. My favorite was fly fishing for dummies. They actually had this fly fishing for dummies. I don't know. Is a dummy really better off with a fish hook through his forehead and a rainbow trout stuck in his butt? I don't think so. I really don't. But yeah, I read a lot. I learn a lot from books. Like I learned that the stigma against masturbation. Can I say stigma? Yeah, okay. Kirk says okay. The stigma against masturbation goes all the way back to biblical times when a character named Onan spilled his seed upon the ground and was cursed by the Lord. Yeah, that's true. And in Onan's defense, he was responsible for the invention of the first sandals. 2, 3. Curtsy. But really, sandals are very important, because if it wasn't for sandals, the Jews would have spent 40 years wandering in the wilderness going, what'd I step in? Onan! Yeah, that was Colonel Clinkus Moses. I'm a comic genius. But I also learned that in biblical times, you may not know this, but in biblical times, when it was you know, a woman's time of the month, she had to spend the week in a red tent. That's true. Which I think is where PMS comes from, you know? Because most women get really bitchy when you tell them they're going camping for a week. Instead of outlet shopping at Gomorrah. And they had to sit on bales of straw in these tents, like on Hee Haw, you know? And it wasn't until years later that someone finally developed a bale of straw small enough to fit inside a woman's purse. Where'd you think I was going with that? This is not the Vagina Monologues, Kirk. It's a family show. Where was I going with all this? I don't know, I rented that Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai, and I know the samurai were Japanese and everything, but don't they have some kind of height requirement? You know, and can a samurai be gay? I mean, I know a samurai can be gay, but Tom Cruise gay? I don't know. Not that I have any problem with gays or anything, because I don't. Actually, I have one complaint, you know, and that is that they can be a little symbol hungry, you know? Like they've got the triangle, and the rainbow, and Clay Aiken. It just seems like too much, you know? It's kind of greedy, it seems like, you know? And they'll co-opt entire words from the language, like gay, you know, which used to mean happy, and now it means happy, and maybe a little sore in the morning. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. And Butch, you know, Butch. That used to be a perfectly good name, Butch. But now, with all the sexual connotations, you can't name your daughter Butch anymore. So we had to go with our second choice, which was High Hole. Hey, you guys are great. That's my time. Thanks a lot. It's Kurt Patrick.
All right. Steve Maxwell, everybody. Give it up for High Hole. Come on. Thank goodness her boobs didn't fall out, because that would have been great. That would have been the highlight of the show. Thanks for restraining them. Appreciate that. Keep your kids in line, keep your boobs in line. That's all we ask.
Let it go, Kirk.
Let it go? She didn't let it go. She should have. All right, this next guy is just she's a school teacher. He's just a big kid at heart. This guy is one of the funniest guys in the Valley. Give it up for my good friend, Mr. Chris Bennett, everybody.
Yeah! I wanted to see some boobs! That's what this kid wanted. I'm a big kid that wants to see some big boobs! Yeah! That would have been awesome! I was excited! I wouldn't have been able to come on stage right away if that would have happened. I would have needed a book. And she was a teacher, so it would have worked. I'm excited to be here, people. I'm excited. Are you excited? Yes! All right. I'll tell you a little secret. I knew you were excited, but I thought I'd ask anyways. Listen, it's been an exciting week because my daughter just turned 4. Yes, you can clap. It's a big occasion. Well, you're like, yeah, whatever. But I want to show you a little something that my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, drew for me. She drew me a picture. I thought I'd brag, a little bragging rights, if I could. Yep. Look at this little picture. I don't know if everybody can see it. Take a good look. Little picture. Can you see it? Yeah, my daughter drew that for me. It's really nice. I don't know what it is. No, actually I do. It's actually my daughter's hand. She drew it. Isn't that cute? She drew it. And I know what you're thinking. That's a horrible hand. But actually, it's not. She drew it right on. It is perfect. I know it looks kind of like a horse hoof. But my daughter has a horse hoof hand. And it's a little awkward, and you think, well, maybe she traced her hand. No, she just drew it freelance. And that's what's so great. We're going to, like, enroll her in some school for, like, artists with hoof hands or something. I love that kid, even though she has the problem. But we love her. But I love my daughter. She's awesome. She did start preschool. Anybody have kids here? Yes. They're little Joy the Bubbles. Bubbles of Joy. Joy the Bubble. But my daughter just started preschool. And in her preschool, they have her doing karate. I don't remember doing karate in school. But in her preschool, they're doing karate. And she goes to do karate one day, and she goes, hi-ya! She does that. She goes, hi-ya! And she poops her pants. She goes, hi-ya! And she poops her pants. And all the kids are making fun of her because it's funny. But they're calling her poopy pants. And apparently when you're 3 or 4 and you call a kid poopy pants, you sound a lot like Harry Carey. Poopy pants! Poopy pants! Holy cow! Poopy pants! She's got poopy pants! Could be, might be, poopy pants! Oh yeah! Holy cow! Poopy pants! So I felt bad for her because she was crying. And she always wanted a dog, so I thought if I give her a dog, she'll be happy. So I bought her this real expensive dog. It was half poodle, half calico cat. Those are hard to find. And I'm like, Madison, calm down. When your daddy was a little boy, he peed his pants in school. And she's like, that's disgusting. I'm like, shut up, you pooped your pants. Nobody poops their pants. Everybody pees their pants. Nobody poops their pants. Don't talk back to me ever again! It's perfectly normal to pee your pants. But I'm afraid I might not be a good parent. I'm afraid I might mess my daughter up. Because as you can tell, my parents messed me up. My parents were always doing weird stuff. Whenever they do something stupid, they'd name it after my sister and I. They'd be like, oh, your dad painted the house the wrong color. He pulled a Chris. He pulled a Chris. Your dad locked the keys in the car. He pulled a Chris. Yes, he did. Your dad accidentally wore your mother's underwear to work. He pulled a Chris. And my mom calls me. She's like, I pulled a Megan last night. I'm like, what'd you do? Sleep with my friend and his 2 sisters? She just lost her keys at my best friend's house. And I'm gonna put my daughter in soccer. I'm not gonna put her in that karate crap because she craps. Yeah. Put her in soccer. My parents had me in soccer. My parents were real supportive in that aspect, but they were bleacher parents. You know, they always yelled. It was embarrassing. Every game, they were like in the bleachers, yelling, "Why are you putting our son in? He sucks! He runs like a girl! Ban it, you suck!" It was cool because at halftime, all the parents gave me extra oranges, so it's all kosher. It's badass. And my mom's into stereotypes. Anybody into stereotypes? Because get out. My mom's into stereotypes. She thinks every big black man is a football player. Every big black man, if you're big and you're black, you're a football player. So it's weird, by the time I was 12, I had a huge collection of autographed footballs. They were autographed by random black men. With weird notes. To Chris from Tim Jackson for all your accounting needs. Like, who's this guy? He plays for the Cardinals. He plays for the Cardinals. That's why he does. But I still love my mom. I hang out with her all the time. We go shopping for shoes. I'm not gay. I just like shoe shopping. I went shoe shopping with my mom. And when I buy my shoes, I still like to buy them a thumb width too big. You know, like when you were a little kid. But not because I'm going to grow into them, I just don't like to cut my toenails. and when my toenails grow too long, I buy bigger shoes. So I'm working my way up to size 18 and Shaq can kiss my ass. Girls look at my feet like, oh, he must have a big penis. No, I'm disgusting. I have really long toenails. And my daughter's in preschool, but my wife and I had this argument. Where should we put her in school? I want her in private school because I went to private Catholic school. My parents put me in private Catholic school. So it was weird, because since I went to a private Catholic school, we had to do reenactments of the Bible all the time. And so our teacher always made her wash her feet. Like you'd wash Jesus' feet. And that was really weird because I was homeschooled. I was like, wash my feet! I'm Jesus! Did you do your math homework? I'm Jesus! Wash my feet! Your sister's a whore! She's Mary Magdalene! I'm Jesus! Do your homework! Jesus says! It's like, dude, whatever. So my mom's mom, my grandma, she's not that weird. I love my grandma. She's awesome. Every time I see her, I go visit her. Every time I see her, she always gives me words of wisdom. Words of wisdom. She's like, Chris, when life gets you lemons, you make lemonade. And she does that. We don't know why. That's why she's in a home. Oh, I'm having fun. But her favorite saying is, live each day as though it's your last. Live each day as if you know it's your last. Who would want to live by that saying? I would be depressed all the time. Hey, Chris, what's wrong? Today's my last day! Chris, we thought yesterday was the last day. Me too! I'll call you tomorrow! My grandma's awesome. You should all meet her. Meet her soon. She's old. But people think it's weird I go see her so much because they get weirded out by nursing homes. I don't get weirded out by nursing homes. No, not I. Because I used to work in a nursing home. I was an activities director. Which means we play bingo all the time. 8 o'clock, bingo. 9 o'clock, hey gang, time for some more bingo. 10 o'clock, bingo. 11 o'clock,
Bingo!
yes! And then we would pee ourselves. It was incredible. But people think bingo's boring. I would make it fun. It was fun with me. Most people just say the letters and the numbers. That's boring. That's boring. I would word associate. I wouldn't just say B1. That's gay. I would say B1. Be one with yourself. That's badass! B4. Look before you cross the street. B9. Gladys's tumor was benign. Welcome back, Gladys. Welcome back. I-26. I hate my father. I-26.
Yeah!
Mr. Chris Bennett, everybody. He was dressed like a giant toddler, wasn't he? Just because the people in the back, they can see you wearing shorts, Chris. Long pants, is all I'm saying. And you know that picture he showed you up front? He was actually drawing that at the bar by himself. He was just drunk. That was not his child at all. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the next guy. Everybody's a good friend of mine. It sounds cheesy, but it's true. I'm sorry, people. Everybody likes me, so piss off. This next guy is a very fun individual. We'll perform him all the time. Give it up for Mr. Jared Blake, everybody.
We're not good friends with you, dude. Honestly. We just hang out with you because we're so much better looking than you in comparison. Alright. How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm hungover myself. You guys have that friend who, when he drinks too much, he acts like a complete asshole? Well, if you know it, I'm looking for new friends. Have you ever been so drunk you can't, like, get into a casino? An Indian casino? Right here. I guess they could tell I was drunk because, well, I got out of the cab and I tripped over a drunk Indian. And they're like, you can't gamble. Come back when you're sober. I don't want to gamble when I'm sober. But I got drunk last night because my girlfriend broke up with me. Oh, thank you. I guess I broke one of the rules she has about guys she dates. She says, Jared, I don't date guys with kids. And I said, babe, that's our kid. Rules are rules, what are you gonna do? I should have known when she told me she was on the pill. She just failed to mention that pill was ecstasy. Yeah. But she's like the stereotypical overprotective Jewish mother, which is weird because she's Mexican. Like, the other day, I'm watching my kid, and I'm sitting there watching TV or whatever, porn. And she's over in the corner playing with some mercury that we found in our field trip to the landfill to get her some new shoes. And my girlfriend just comes in screaming and yelling and screaming and yelling, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, relax. Kids that age don't care if their shoes don't match. But no, apparently it wasn't that, it was the mercury. Turns out that mercury is bad for little girls. And I got to thinking about it, and, well, she's right. I mean, there's the Phoenix mercury, and they're a bunch of dykes. And well, they're not good for little girls. So I took the lesbian juice away from her. And she went on, I don't know. And she went on, like, yelling, what would you do if something happened to our daughter? I'm like, relax. It's not like I wrecked your car. No, she didn't laugh. She got upset. She's all like, how can you compare my car to our daughter? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. We can't. We can't have sex and make you a new car. But that would be kind of cool if you could. Like, if you went in an SUV, you could have sex with a fat girl. If you want like a really fast car that's kind of sporty, you could have sex with a black girl. And you want one of those little cute little Mini Coopers or VW Cabriolets, you could have sex with a gay guy. So I'm driving my Mini Cooper. Thinking to myself, I'm not gonna lie to my kid like my parents lied to me, but they did it with the best of intentions. They're like, hey Jared, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up. Do I look like a friggin' astronaut? Or a Vegas showgirl? No. They also lied to me about, they're from Boston, they're liberals, and they're really nice people, and they lied to me for nice reasons. They're like, Jared, there's no difference between, black guys and white guys, which is a lie. I had to find this out the hard way. High school, gym class, taking a shower, there's a black guy right there. I'm telling you, black guys are so much darker than us. I wish I was part of a race that was cool, that people pretended to be like, I'm sure you can tell by looking at me, I am a Jewish fella. Nobody really wants to be Jewish, you got white kids want to be black, some black people want to be white when they're applying for jobs. You never see roving gangs of teenage boys wearing yarmulkes threatening to fuck up your taxes. Like, even some Jewish people don't want to be Jewish. I think when I was a little boy, my rabbi thought he was a Catholic priest. But I'm a little confused by some I am a rare breed of Jewish white trash. That's right. Give it up to my peeps. Got my electric menorah hooked up to a clapper. Bobblehead Moses. I too, like every other white trash kid, wanted to be a famous rap star named after candy. Eminem the Slim Shady. So I tried changing my name, but Juju B the Heavy Heave. Some holidays kind of confuse me, like for Christians. Easter. Was Jesus killed by those little bunnies who lay chocolate eggs? Oh wait, that was my people. I'm sorry. Wouldn't it be cool if other religions had mythical, nonsensical characters that have nothing to do with the religion? Like, us Jews could have a Hanukkah mule that shits gold. The Mormons could have a fairy goddess with 2 uteruses so they could pump out kids twice as fast. And the Muslims could have a genie that would pass out deodorant and hair removal kits. Oh, I don't know. Where am I going from here? I'll just end it here, but real quick here. Little confused. Well, I got a little baby girl and stuff, and I got to try to understand the differences between men and women. There's like, little subtle differences, like genitals. Also cleanliness too. There's some places like, you go to a men's and women's bathroom, it's like completely different. There's like some places you don't want to look at a man's bathroom, like the floor, the ceiling. Basically, what you want to do is just kind of close your eyes, start peeing and walking till you hear some splashing water. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were taking the bath. Ended on a piss joke. Thank you.
Jared Blake, what the hell happened to the music? We need some cool transition music. It just doesn't look right. It's just terrible. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. Thank you, my little echo out there. Oh, another reminder about the flyers. If you're interested in that, just go to comedyschools.com. That's the website. That's real easy to maneuver and everything. You know what? I've been saying everybody's a good friend of mine. This next guy, I hate. He's a dick. I don't like him, but even though I don't like him, he is very funny. So everybody give it up for Mr. Josh McDermott.
Thank you. All right. They say you are what you eat, but I think that's false. Because I've never eaten a 25-year-old loser who still lives at home with his father. Yeah, I live with my dad, which kind of sucks because he lives in a nursing home. I'm not old enough to live there, so I have to disguise myself as a walker. I just stand there, he gets behind me, he puts his hands on my shoulders, and I scoot along the floor with my feet covered in tennis balls. Hey, can you wear some pants next time? The cool thing about living at the nursing home is the women, they are desperate! Hey Mabel, would you perhaps like to... Yes! So, I was making sweet love to Mabel Jenkins. Sweet, sweet love, the kind of love that makes a man cry. And I had a caretaker videotaping it. Because I want to sell it on the internet. I call it Golden Girls Gone Wild. I hope you like these. Golden Girls Gone Wild. We've gone to some of the craziest nursing homes in America. Craziest, I mean that. This woman thinks she's a bird. It's hot geriatric Jerry action. Watch these women change each other's diapers. Watch them complain how hot it is. It's barely alive women. Buy now and you'll also get Comatose Women Gone Wild. This woman's been in a coma for 10 years. Beep, beep, beep. See what happens when it's time for a sponge bath. Beep, 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 beep. You'll also get Homeless Women Gone Wild. Watch these women take their shirts off for a slice of bologna. Come on. Golden Girls Gone Wild. Buy it today. Love that video. Wow. Today I had to help some friends move. Moving sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hate moving. The cool thing about helping someone move is, well, you can steal stuff. You steal like an old album you've always wanted, a stock certificate, maybe a baby. Dude, I don't know what happened to your Toyota Camry. Did you check all your boxes? We had to get that U-Haul. Cool thing about the U-Haul is a $7 insurance. Do whatever you want to do to the truck, $7. So we ran over a station wagon full of nuns, and then we set it on fire and put it in a canal. $7. He's a lawyer, my friend, and he needed my help. I think as a lawyer, he's not allowed to do anything that requires having a spine. Hey, lawyer jokes. You take that one home with you. That didn't go good. Been out job interviewing. The questions they ask in these job interviews are ridiculous. And Mr. McDermott, exactly why would you like to work here? Isn't it obvious? I hate myself. Mr. McDermott, exactly what can you bring to our company? I know this one. Sarcasm and headlights. Maybe an unwanted pregnancy. Mr. McDermott, what are some of your likes and dislikes? Oh, man. You know what I can't stand? I hate people. Can't stand them. The way they look, some of them breathe. Pisses me off. Sometimes I read up on ancient cultures just so I have new people to hate. And, the Mesopotamians? Buttholes. You know, I was in a job interview the other day, and I was in a waiting room with this other guy who was waiting to get interviewed too, and he made me really uncomfortable, and I'm going to skip the bit because I'm getting a light. It's not that funny of a bit, I'm sorry, folks. Professional comedy night continues. You know, they say in a time of need, in an emergency, a mother can summon the strength and the adrenaline to lift a car off of her trapped baby. I totally spaced on the punchline. Oh. Can we start that over? This is going well, don't you think? They say in a time of need, a mom can summon the strength and the adrenaline to lift a car off of her trapped baby. That's why I like to keep a mom and a baby in my trunk in case I get a flat. What the hell's a baby doing under a car in the first place? And why are you trying to save it? It's just going to be flat. Unless you're like in a scrapbooking or something. Oh, come on, don't do that. How many flat babies have you seen in a scrapbook? I see this a lot now at grocery stores. They have the expectant mothers parking. Do you think they have that at abortion clinics? And when they come out, do you think there's like a parking ticket on their windshield? Anybody here go to the bathroom? I just went my pants. Just by applause, how many people go to the bathroom? All right, a few of you. Good.
On a daily basis.
On a daily basis, excellent. I'm twice a month myself. I have a hard time going to the bathroom in weird places, awkward places, like I would have a hard time going to the bathroom on a dance floor. That's just me. I have no problem with the dressing rooms at Walmart. That's what they're there for.
Oh, it was you.
Or these people that don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom, I like to point them out in public. I go back to the table with my friends, I'm like, you're not going to believe he didn't wash his hands after going to the bathroom. I'm sorry, I won't ever do that again, deal? Or there's always like that awkward moment when someone walks in on you and you don't have the door locked or something, you don't quite know what to say. I like what my grandpa Jim did, he'd be sitting there and he'd just turn to you and go, well, hello. Oh my God, I just saw Grandpa's thighs. Very inviting. I like to use the handicap stall when I use a public restroom because it's big and spacious and I feel like a VIP. Invite some friends over, curl up in the baby changing station, maybe take a nap. But I always feel like a jerk whenever I come out of the handicap stall and some guy in a wheelchair is waiting for me to get out of his bathroom. I feel like a jerk. Not because I was using the stall, but because I can walk. Sorry about my whole legs working thing, dude. My bad. My leg fell asleep while I was in there, so I kind of know what you're going through. Why are you wearing tennis shoes? What's that all about? Well, now I gotta roll. I mean, I don't. You do. It's about the time I point to the handicap sign and I go, emotionally. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much. My name's Josh McDermott, joshmcdermott.com. Here's Kirk Buckout coming up to the stage with no music. Here we go.
Give it up for Josh. Come on, everybody. Let him know. Wasn't that a cool shirt he was wearing? That was kind of like if Fonzie was a leprechaun. That's the kind of shirt he was wearing. Hey, top of the morning to you. That made me laugh. Join me. Come on. All right, this next interview, I don't even know how to say about this next guy. It is just, it's an experience. He should be like a 60s rock band guy. It should be the Andrew Friedman experience.
Yeah. I guarantee you, you will never see a show on HBO called The Kozlowskis. The characters like Clem the Kolachki, Zhazhua Two Polkas. You know, never gonna happen. The only thing we'd ever whack would be, well, ducks. You wake up with a duck head in your bed, you got the Polish Mafia on your ass. And it's funny, huh? You know, we'll come to your house, cut your arm off, stick your ass in a tree and see how you get down, huh? Hey! Hey! Something else has been bothering me lately are the reality dating shows. You know, things like The Bachelor or For Love or Money or Who Wants to Marry My Dad. You guys watch these shows? Okay, you know, all they do is cater to single people. You know, where's the reality dating show for married guys like me? Can't they come up with a show called Who Wants to Be My Little Whore on the Side? Huh? Now, this could work. You take 20 semi-attractive women with, you know, self-esteem issues. No, we can't put them in a mansion because that's going to draw too much attention. We'll just set them up in little apartments around the city where I can go meet them for our dates. It'd be great. We can play all the little games and contests, you know, play games like Who Can Keep a Secret? And instead of a rose ceremony, every week I'll give the girls that I still like a beeper. So I can get a hold of them when I'm in need of another date. You know, narrow down the last 3 contestants and then we'll let America decide who gets to be my little whore on the side. Coming this fall to the BN pattern. I can't, I gotta watch my time. I can't stay too long. I accidentally locked my wife and kids in the car again. Sorry, I left the top down. But I know my wife wanted to get home and get another load of toilet paper in the dryer. And I still have to go meet the Pope and Jesse Jackson at a bar. To figure out who's taking the Boy Scout skydiving tomorrow, right? Yeah. One other thing that's bothering me, I turned on ESPN about a month ago. They were broadcasting a Scrabble tournament. Honest to God, Scrabble. Now, I can't get on TV as a comic, but Scrabble games, yeah, they're on prime time. That's great. And they had a play-by-play announcer for a Scrabble game. Now, you gotta be a damn good announcer to make Scrabble interesting. And I would have loved to have seen that in the last Summer Olympic Games. You know, it'd be fun to hear somebody going, well, with time running out, the Americans, who are trailing by 80 points to this heavily favored Russian team, are gonna turn their tile bag over to their ace left-brainer, Larry Vocabulary Dawson. The young Scrabble phenom, who's an unabridged maverick in the sport, preferring the Oxford Dictionary over the standard Webster version. A move, I might add, that has caused a shockwave to rifle through the Scrabble community. The likes of which have not been seen since the great wordsmith Archer Fleming was disqualified for tile tampering in the Helsinki Games of '68. Who could ever forget? But he's gonna have his work cut out for him tonight as he goes head-to-head with Boris, the human thesaurus jammer. Interesting story here. Orphaned as a child, raised by nomadic librarians in the Stanovoy mountain ranges of eastern Russia. Folks, let me tell you, this man knows his way around a dictionary. He is considered by many to be the most dangerous man alive with the letter M. Let's take it back downstairs where the action's picking up. It looks like we've got time for one more word to be played, and the Russian, who has control of the board, is passing. Hold on, he's passing. It's a turnover, and here comes the American. Moving in quickly with all of his tiles, he's past the double letter score, makes a nifty move around the double word score. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe what I'm seeing. He is attempting a triple word score using the letter Q. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Yes, he's done it! He's shocked the world! Stunning upset here today. The Americans have done the impossible. Oh, it is pandemonium down on the court. Ladies and gentlemen, I have played Chinese checkers on the Great Wall. I have Parcheesied in the Vatican. This moment tops them all. Larry Dawson has just made Scrabble history. Or something like that. Thank you. We all know that would never happen because Poland would kick ass in the Scrabble Olympics. My name is Ken Kaz. Thank you very much.